Whew. I'm Professor Vokus, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Okay, let's get right into it. Niantic decides to drop the game a day early. They did say the 21st, which I was fine. Yay, 21st were awesome. Apparently they had the game ready, went ahead and pulled the trigger. Unfortunately for me, I actually was traveling on the 20th, which was yesterday, and I have some gameplay footage I was able to record, but I actually had my camera and my microphone and everything was actually in my luggage, and I had already made it into the airport at that time, so all I had was my phone with me. Now, the airport actually was awesome for spawns, and I'll probably show you some screenshots of that. You're probably looking at them on the screen right now. Really great for spawns. There were traces everywhere, which was awesome, and lots of inns, although not enough. I did run out of energy, and that's something we'll have to talk about another time. Anyway, I did want to get right into who I am. I'm a longtime Pokemon Go player, but I have been waiting for this Harry Potter game ever since they announced it, and probably be switching over to that mainly, still playing Pokemon Go a little bit. My plan is to upload a video every single day of my adventure. Some days I'll be able to play more, some less. Currently, right now, this game couldn't have come out probably at a worse time for me from a logistical standpoint, because I have all my traveling things with me because I'm out of town and I will not be back in town until July 10th or even 11th, which means I'm having to do this on the fly, traveling with my camera instead of having my home computer to be able to edit and that kind of thing. But shouldn't matter. I am also getting to go over to Norway, so I'm going to hit that second country if you've seen that challenge or achievement yet. I will get to do that, and I'm going to get to see it in a lot of different places, which will be fantastic before I get back home. All right, so first things first, I wanted to show you, I'm going to go ahead and go to the very first tip. This has been on a lot of sites, but just in case you haven't seen it, I really want to make sure it gets out there, is I'm in my game right now. I'm going to go ahead and actually, you can see, boom, I'm going to pull up my Ministry ID. I just made a silly picture with the hair and stuff. I haven't put too much into that yet. You can see my wand is 10 1/4. I actually have a wand already. I tried to mirror it off this as much as I could, although this wand, it's one of the interactive ones from Harry Potter Wizarding World in Orlando. I wasn't able to actually even get this wand because this is a holly wand, and they don't even have holly in the game, which is odd. So I ended up picking Willow, I believe, in the game. I can't remember, to be honest. Oh, wait, I guess I could click on it. It is Willow. Yeah, it's Willow, unicorn hair, reasonably supple, and I did it 10 1/4 because that's what that wand was. So just for fun. I didn't do it based on my Pottermore wands, which I haven't been back when they've redone the site to do that. I am a Ravenclaw. I've been a Ravenclaw for a while. And that's my Ministry ID. Nothing big. I'm level 10 right now. I was able to play on the airport a whole bunch. Sorry, tip 1/2. Forget tip 1. Tip 1/2. At the very beginning, when you're level 1, you have nothing. As soon as you hit level 2, this is, you don't even have to spend money. When you hit level 2, they give you a Barufio's elixir to double your experience. All the ones they give you in the beginning, start using them right away. Don't save them, mainly because they double your experience for new foundables. New traces and new foundables. And on new traces and new foundables, you want that double experience because soon enough, everything you trace and everything you're doing is not going to be new. So you're not going to get that bonus, which means you won't get to get it doubled. You'll only be doubling normal experience. So right at the beginning of the game, the reason I got to level 10 is as I got those elixirs, I used them, and then I ended up leveling up and they gave me more, so then I used them again. And the best time to use them is if you get those port keys, and the port keys are these guys right here. You see I have a whole bunch of port keys in. I'll be waiting. You can see I have a 2.405, 2.405, 2.405, and then a 2.410. I picked up a 10. But when those 5s hatch, and if you notice the 2 actually should be hatching around the same time. I say hatching. I'm so used to Pokemon Go with the eggs. Anyway, when the 2.4s, when those all get done, when I have all of them ready, I'm going to make sure I'm in an open space, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm on an Barufio's Elixir, and then I'm going to open all of them because they give you a whole bunch of experience, and then make sure to go to catch traces after that. So anyway, those potions, definitely a great way to do that. And the potions, to get to them. You're just going to hit it here, and it's crazy because it says potions. You see potions on my screen. You don't. You go to the vault, and once you're in the vault, then there's a potions tab. There's across the top, there's 5 different tabs. This tab, you can see I have 18 brain elixirs. That's not all from leveling. I actually did end up getting one of those starter kits. We'll talk about Diagon Alley in a sec. So tip 1/2, use those as soon as you start getting them at level 2. And you don't have to pay. I said I got some. You don't have to. Get some there. So then the second thing, this is kind of the big one, is hit that suitcase. And up in the upper left corner, there's some gears. I'm going to hit those gears. Your gears might even have a red dot because of this, what I'm about to show. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to get to all the way down here, and I can't hit it, but the second to the bottom, it says download all assets. Yours, again, might have a little red dot. You would actually hit there, and then make sure when you do that, you're on a Wi-Fi. There's about, I think, 3 gigs of information that you can download to your phone. And there's 2 reasons to do it. Number 1, if you download it all, and you don't want to do this over a network, obviously, because you're using up your data, do it on Wi-Fi, is download all of that so that as the game plays, when you encounter a foundable or traces, or you're in a fortress, any of the graphics that they need to pop up, if you already have it on your phone, the game runs more smoothly. And at the beginning of the game here, where a lot of people are on and they're still probably testing server issues with the load, and as more countries open up, it's going to be better. You want things to run as smooth on your end as possible. So that's one reason to download them all. The second reason is if you don't, when you are out in the wild, on the network, every time you encounter one, it's going to download it anyway, just one at a time, but it's going to eat up more of your data. So it's definitely better while you're at home, or even just be at a Starbucks and get on there, Google Starbucks, and download the assets then. So just try to get them all in and check back. In the lead up to the game, people had to re-download assets. They had a giant pack, and then they had another section, another. There'll be a red dot usually up in the corner, but that's something to look for. So anyway, that's probably the biggest tip. Just download those assets. It'll make the game run smoother, and also you're not using up so much of your data. All right, so stay tuned. In the coming days and weeks, I will be in Orlando. I will be actually a brief time in Paris. I should be able to play in Paris for just a little bit. I have a layover there. And then I'll be going to Norway, and I'll be playing in Norway, hopefully. Hopefully both of those countries have it released by then, if they don't have it released already by the time this video goes up. But until next time, I'll see you. Nox.